From chasing dogs around the garden to whizzing down a waterslide, poignant home movies capture the Duke of Edinburgh at his mischief. The clips, many of which have never been seen before, were shown as part of a BBC documentary marking the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. They show jovial Prince Philip going boating in Balmoral, water skiing in the Mediterranean and diving into a swimming pool as he relaxed away from the formality of his Elizabeth, the Unseen Queen, which aired last night, featured never-before-seen footage and photos of Her Majesty, including clips of a young Princess Elizabeth playing with her father, George. Unlike conventional documentaries featuring interviews and narration, this Jubilee special relies largely on the Queen's own voice and words, alongside news. The filmmakers listened to over 300 of the Queen's speeches, spanning over 8 decades. Speaking on her husband, who died last year aged 99, the Queen said, "His sense of service, intellectual curiosity and capacity to squeeze fun out of any situation were all that mischievous, inquiring twinkle was as bright at the end as when I first set on." One movie shows the couple, then just a few years into their 73-year marriage, enjoying some time together on the loch in. Elizabeth beams as she tosses a rope to her seaman husband as he brings a rowing boat. Elsewhere, Philip is filmed playing polo, splashing around in the pool and riding out with his wife for a day of horse. The royal family have filmed each other since the 1920s, but hundreds of these homemade recordings have been held privately by the Royal Collection in the vaults of the British Film Institute for decades. The documentary traces the Queen's journey from earliest childhood, being pushed in a pram as a baby by her mother, to her coronation at the age of just 27 in 1953. Following the death of her father George VI in 1952. One clip shows the young Elizabeth at the Royal Lodge in Windsor in 1940, where she frolics in matching dresses with Princess Margaret, and a corgi, and falls backwards on a chair in an apparent prank by George. There are sections paying tribute to her late grandfather, George V, nicknamed Grandpa England, and her uncle the Duke of Kent, who was killed in action during the Second World War. It even remembers her uncle Edward VIII, who abdicated to marry the American divorcee Wallis Simpson, forcing his brother onto the throne and his daughters Elizabeth and Margaret up the line of success. Viewers remarked how it is in parts a love letter to the Queen's beloved father, George the monarch, who died in 1952. Looks every inch the proud father as he plays with his daughters in the garden, tipping them upside down and playing pranks with the family. One clip shows a carefree young Princess Elizabeth paddling in a loch and playing with her corgi at Balmoral. The future Queen, then aged 12, skims stones, runs around with Princess Margaret and looks completely. Photos show the princesses playing on the shores of Loch Nick and the Glass Shiel waterfall with her father George VI strolling with the family's Labrador. Another clip shows the king smiling alongside his daughters Elizabeth and Margaret on HMS Vanguard, the vessel which took the royal family to South Africa in 1947. The princesses, both wearing pretty tea dresses with cardigans, chat happily with their father as the camera rolls. George V's hands-on approach extended to his grandchildren, with clips showing him playing with Charles and Anne. The footage also captures the first extended visit of Prince Philip to Balmoral in 1946 while the couple's engagement was still not public. A beaming Princess Elizabeth showing the camera her engagement ring. The documentary kicks off a week of celebrations as the Queen prepares to formally mark 70 years. Elizabeth, the Unseen Queen is available to watch.